Hello, dinosaurs! Today we will learn vocabulary about the natural world. After this lesson, you will be able to tell and participate in telling stories and describe animals. Okay, let's start. Our first word is bush. It's noun. A bush is a kind of plant that is like a tree but smaller, like this picture. For example, there is something moving around in the bushes. There were 2 or 3 rose bushes in the garden. Next word is cliff. Cliff, it's noun. A cliff is an area of land which has an extremely steep side that goes down to the sea or river. For example, they are circling in the sky above the cliff. Above the cliff. A high cliff rose above the sea. Next word is crawl. It's verb. When you crawl, you move along the ground on your hands and knees, or you move along very slowly. You also say that insects crawl because their bodies are so close to the ground. For example, 2 spiders were crawling along the floor. Babies learn to crawl at about 6 months old. Crawl. Next word is grass. Grass, it's noun, is a low green plant that grows all over the ground. It's made up of thin pointed green leaves. For example, the snake disappeared in the long grass, or he's cutting the grass in the back garden. Next word is seed. Seed, it's noun. A seed is a smaller part of plant that grows into new plants when it's in the soil. Birds and other animals eat seeds as food. For example, I put some fruit and the seeds on the ground to tempt it down. Next word is altitude. Altitude. It's noun. Altitude is a measurement of the height of something above the level of the sea. For example, at this altitude, the lack of oxygen can cause confusion. Next word is drown. It's verb. If someone drowns, they die by being underwater for too long and being unable to breathe any air. For example, I was really scared of drowning. She drowned in the sea. Next word is oxygen. It's noun. As we know, oxygen is a gas that is one of the main gases in the air that we breathe. For example, at this altitude, the lack of oxygen can cause confusion. Next word is peak. It's noun. A peak is the top of the mountain. Is the very top of the mountain, very high top of the mountain. For example, there were no trees for the last half a mile before we reached the peak. Before we reach the peak. Next word is summit. Summit is a noun. The summit of a mountain is its highest point, like the word peak. For example, we needed to reach the summit before dark. Before dark. Окей. Мен сіздер бұл сөздерді өздеріңіздің практикаларыңызда қолданады деген сенімдемін. Және де барлық жазылған сөздерге мысал келтіріп жазып шықсаңыздар болады. Және барлықтарыңызға рахмет. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.